Hello there, guys, and welcome to a very impromptu episode of RealityBites. So, yeah, I just felt like jumping on here because it has been a while since we've done a RealityBites episode, and I just wanted to check in with you guys to see how your reality is going and where you're at in the whole situation, drama, the event that's been playing out in our world. And I know that we've had a number of guests on in recent times that have all shared their stories and all shared their struggles, their personal situations on what, and what they're having to deal with, on a very real day-to-day basis. And the hope is that with our guests being open and vulnerable and sharing honestly their stories, that can help you, the listener out there, find maybe some inspiration, some hope, some support to know that you're not alone out there also in the struggles that we're all facing collectively and on a personal level. Sometimes you need to just know that other people are going through similar things to make you feel not so alone, to make you feel that as difficult as your situation may be, there are other people there that can maybe share their story to know, that we're all in this together. And that brings up a really good point about, the situation and what I see, such polarity happening out there in the world and also within our own being, this divisiveness. And I feel, that the event, the emergency, whatever you want to call it, has really, really highlighted that and amplified that in so many ways, whether it's with your own belief system, whether that's with relationships and friendships, whether it's an internal division, happening in your own mind and your own being, or playing out in the 3D reality with those that are for or against whatever is being, pumped out into our reality via the media channels. And it's really hard. It's really hard to discern what is truthful, what is misinformation. And you can do your due diligence. You can go out there and research the crap out of something and become very knowledgeable, which I recommend you do for both sides, and I know there are a lot of people that are very pro one side and adamant and will fight for it. And then you've got obviously the other side that will fight and show all the evidence. And but I don't want to go into that too much. We know that there is division happening. We know that there is polarity. We know that there has always been this left and right. The whole reality is designed that way. We live in a binary reality, in this dualistic nature, and I think it's all set up so that we may grow. How do we know the sweetness and joy of life if we don't know the sadness and the bitterness? How do we know what is good when we haven't encountered evil? And so we learn this from a very early age, that there is pain and that there is suffering and that there is loss, but there is also happiness and there is also love and there is also tenderness and there is also sweetness and there is also the good stuff. So that's nothing new, but I feel like the way things are now, a lot of this, it's more extreme, it's more prevalent, and it's also waking a lot of people up, right? I mean, one of the things about Reality Hub was the origin was about questioning reality. It was questioning who you are, the programming, your belief systems, all of that stuff. It was getting to know about who you really are, to know thyself, all those self things, self-improvement, self-realization, self-actualization. And I know that you've got to be that way inclined. I've been on this journey for for 20 odd years, no, longer than that actually, And I've had these profound moments or inner whisperings or guidance or events that have conspired, that have led me to this path of self-actualization or exploration, or to really know myself. But the foundational questions have always remained. Who am I? Where did I come from? What am I doing here? And I mean on a deeper level, not just in existence. And where are we going? And I think the whole where are we going is a real big one right now in these uncertain times, because that seems to be, what's really the big question. And who can answer that? Well, who knows? We do know that it is a very uncertain time. But I just wanted to jump on here and check in with you guys, see how you're doing, how things are going. And what's come up for me is really, how much do I engage in the drama? What can I control and what can I not control? And I've said this so many times that where your attention goes, that's where your energy flows. And I've always said, if you view the world, life through the lens of energy, you're an energetic being, right? You're a human being. Then where are you placing your energy? What's the energy you're emanating? What are you allowing into your energetic field? How aware of you that you are an energetic being, that you have a heartbeat, that you have these physiological systems running in your body automatically, that there's this innate wisdom, intelligence that is operating, right, as you're going about your day-to-day business in your human beingness. And so I'll keep this Reality Bites really nice and short, and I want you hopefully to take away something. And if there's one thing I want you to take away right here, right now, is something that I focus on a daily basis, and that is your well-being. In these times, in these situations, and this can apply, no matter what's happening on a personal level or a collective level. I mean, it's a constant, I was going to say struggle, in a way it is, but it's a constant fight as well to keep yourself healthy and well, despite being bombarded with all the negativity that is being pumped out into the reality. So what can you do for yourself? What can you do on a day-to-day basis to check in with yourself, to see how you're going, to nurture your well-beingness? And I'm talking about not just on a physical level, but on every level, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So if that means, waking up with some conscious awareness of your breath through meditation, or doing some sort of exercise or movement practice, there are so many things you can do to focus and give yourself some space to disengage from the drama and what I call the action, reaction, response that we seem to all be operating on. It's this constant engagement to be doing, to be thinking, and to be almost distracted from you and what you need to nurture yourself and look after yourself moment to moment. So that's my little bit of Reality Bites wisdom, is to make your well-being your top priority. Not just for a day or a moment or for a week, but ongoing. This to me is one of the most important things you can do. And we all know the basics, right? Eating well, sleeping well, drinking enough water. So there's so much information out there, good information about, leading a healthy lifestyle. But use your inner guidance. Listen to your body. Ask yourself, give yourself the space to figure out what you need at any given moment. Because believe it or not, your body knows what it needs. It always has, it always will. So it's about establishing that relationship again if you have lost that relationship. And looking after yourself, you owe it to yourself, and you deserve it to look after your entirety, your entire being, your entire physical, spiritual, emotional, mental beingness. So, I'm going to leave it at that. Keep it nice and short and simple. So, make your well-being, your health, your top priority, because ultimately, and I've said this so many times, the way you experience this reality and to what degree you can explore and enjoy this reality is totally dependent on the vehicle that you have to navigate and operate in this reality, which is your physical being and all the faculties that you have. So leave it there, guys. Thank you for joining me for this impromptu Reality Bites episode.